You ever roll up to a stoplight, glance around, and spot that one rider doing something that instantly screams rookie? Doesn't matter if they've been riding 6 months or 6 years, there are certain habits that just look bad. And worse, they're unsafe. I'm Matthew, and this is Autozium. Today, we're calling out one of the most common mistakes riders make at stoplights, and then breaking down exactly what you should be doing instead. Because the little things, like how you handle yourself at a stop, say a whole lot about your skills and your confidence. Mistake number one, planting both feet down. Here's the one I see constantly, the double foot plant. Rider comes to a stop and wham, both boots hit the ground like they're trying to hold up a collapsing skyscraper. Arms stiff, knees splayed, bike wobbling just enough to make everyone watching hold their breath. Now, I'm not saying you'll never need both feet. If you're on a crazy incline or the ground is sketchy, sure, get that stability. But as your default stoplight routine, both feet down is rookie territory. First problem, you lose your rear brake. That right foot is your anchor at low speeds. It's what keeps you stable if a car nudges you from behind or if traffic shuffles unexpectedly. Plant both feet, and you've basically taken away one of your safety nets. If a bump happens, you're scrambling instead of being planted and controlled. Second problem, your launch. Riders who rely on both feet end up juggling way too many things when the light turns green, lifting both legs, finding balance, easing off the clutch, rolling on the throttle. It's like trying to juggle while sprinting. Compare that to the rider with one foot down and one foot on the brake. They release, roll, and they're gone, smooth and steady. And then there's the look of it. Confidence shows at stoplights. One foot down, bike steady, eyes up, you look like you own the moment. Both feet splayed wide? That reads like uncertainty. And drivers around you pick up on that. Other riders pick up on that. And worst of all, you feel that uncertainty in your own body. So the fix is simple. Practice one foot stops. Left foot down, right foot firm on the rear brake. It'll feel odd at first if you've been doing the double foot plant forever, but give it a week. Find an empty lot and make it part of your clutch control drills. Soon, you'll notice your stops feel tighter, your launches cleaner, and your whole presence more confident. Remember, confidence isn't just what you feel, it's what you show. And stoplights are where that confidence gets tested. Mistake number two, creeping into the intersection. You know this, rider. The light's red, traffic is at a dead stop, and instead of holding position, they're inching forward, foot by foot, like they can somehow will the light to turn green faster. By the time the light finally flips, they're halfway into the crosswalk. Or worse, nose deep into the intersection. Here's the truth. Creeping doesn't make you look eager. It makes you look impatient. And impatient riders make bad decisions. When you roll too far forward, you're not just hurting your image, you're giving up one of the most valuable safety bubbles you have: space. Think about it. Cars turning left now have less room to see you or judge your position. Pedestrians crossing the street have to dodge around your front wheel. Even the car next to you has less clearance to swing wide if they're making a turn. You've basically volunteered to be in everyone's way, and it's not just other people you're messing with yourself. Creeping forward changes your body position, your clutch control, and your launch setup. By the time the light flips, you're awkwardly rebalancing, resetting, and hoping you don't stall. Compare that to the rider who stops clean at the line, holds steady, and launches smooth the instant they're supposed to. Who looks more in control? So here's the pro move. Stop at the line. Own your space. Keep your rear brake engaged. Clutch at the friction zone, eyes scanning. The light will change whether you creep or not, but if you hold your ground, you'll be ready to launch with confidence and safety when it does. Patience at a stoplight isn't weakness, it's discipline. And discipline is what separates the rookies from the pros. Mistake number three, the zombie stare. This one's sneaky because most riders don't even realize they're doing it. You roll to a stop, the light's red, and you just stare straight ahead. Eyes glazed, maybe watching the glow of the traffic signal, maybe zoning out completely. You look like a zombie on a bike. alive but not really present. That's wasted time. Stoplights are some of the best opportunities to reset your awareness. Think about it. You've got to pause, you're not moving, your clutch hands engaged. You have the perfect chance to check your surroundings. A pro rider knows that's when you scan. Mirrors first. Who's behind you? How close are they? Do they look distracted? Then cross traffic. Are cars inching forward like they're about to jump the light? Any pedestrians trying to dart across? Then back to your mirrors. Is anyone splitting lanes behind you? That 30-second scan can literally save your life. Because here's the reality: intersections are danger zones. Most motorcycle crashes with cars happen at them. And if you're staring like a zombie, you're giving up your only defense: awareness. And there's a confidence factor too. When you zone out, you look zoned out. Riders who keep their heads moving, eyes sharp, scanning the environment, they look switched on. That look doesn't just keep you safe, it commands respect from other drivers. People notice, so ditch the zombie stare. Make scanning your default at every stop. Mirrors, cross traffic, pedestrians, repeat. You'll feel more present, you'll look more confident, and you'll ride safer. Because looking alive at a stoplight isn't just about appearances, it's about staying alive. Mistake number 4: lazy stoplight posture. Here's one I can spot from half a block away: lazy stoplight posture. The rider rolls to a stop, locks their elbows, slumps forward, and just kind of melts onto the bike like they're waiting for a bus. It doesn't look good. And worse, it bleeds into how you ride when the light turns green. Posture is communication. Loose arms, head up, eyes scanning. That tells everyone around you this rider is in control. Slouched over, elbows locked, eyes down. That says, I'm tired, distracted, and maybe not ready. Which one do you think drivers are more likely to respect? And posture isn't just about how you look, it's about how you feel. Lock your arms, and you're killing your ability to react quickly. Slouch your shoulders, and you're putting stress on your back. Drop your eyes, and your awareness shrinks. That lazy stoplight posture is training your body to be passive when motorcycling demands the opposite: active control. The fix? Keep your arms bent and relaxed. Shoulders loose, weight balanced over the bike, not hanging on the bars. Eyes up, scanning, head on a swivel. Think of it like an athlete in the ready position. You're relaxed but primed to move instantly. The bonus? When you ride like this, you look better too. You project confidence. Other riders notice. Drivers notice. And most importantly, you notice. Your riding feels smoother, sharper, and more connected. So don't slump through stoplights. Own them. Carry yourself like a rider who's ready for anything. Because if you practice good posture while waiting, you'll naturally carry it into every part of your ride. 5. Fiddling with your phone at stoplights, and why it's a rookie move. I get it. Modern bikes and modern riders are basically rolling tech hubs. Between Bluetooth headsets, bar-mounted phone holders, GPS apps, playlists, and message alerts, you've got a million things screaming for your attention. And at a red light, the temptation is real. The bike stopped, you're sitting still, and your brain goes, this is a good time to change that song, check that text, or fiddle with my map. Here's the problem. That stoplight isn't downtime. It's prime time. A red light is one of the most vulnerable positions a rider is ever in. You're stationary. You've got cars behind you, cars in front, pedestrians to the side, cross traffic waiting for their green. Every single second, you're in the middle of a chessboard where other people's moves can change the game in an instant. Now imagine your head's down, eyes glued to your phone. That SUV behind you might be closing in a little too fast. That pedestrian might step off the curb early. That car next to you might be inching over into your lane. But you don't see any of it because you're fumbling with Spotify. And let's be honest, it doesn't just scream rookie. It screams distracted. The kind of rider who isn't fully engaged. And distraction is a killer on a motorcycle, even at a dead stop. Pro riders use red lights differently. Instead of wasting that moment on their phone, they use it to reset their awareness. Quick glance in both mirrors. Quick scan of the cross traffic. Eyes on that driver behind you. Are they slowing down properly? Do you have an escape route if they don't? All of that takes maybe 3 seconds, and it keeps you present. Plus, the whole "I'll just sneak a quick look at my phone" mindset creates bad habits. If you normalize pulling out your phone at every stoplight, it's a short slide towards sneaking looks while you're rolling at low speeds or while you're stuck in traffic. And that's when small mistakes turn into big crashes. So let me be blunt. If you've got time to text, you've got time to practice awareness. Leave the phone alone. Leave the GPS tweaking for the gas station. Leave the playlist scrolling for when you're parked. At a stoplight, your only job is to be ready, to launch smooth, to scan smart, and to stay alive. And honestly, riders who look up, eyes alert, head on a swivel, they don't just look like pros. They are pros. That's the image you want: confident, aware, ready for anything. Not distracted, fumbling, or half present. Because the second you pick up your phone at a stoplight, you're saying two things: I'm not in control, and I'm not paying attention. And both of those are things you never want to advertise on a motorcycle. Let's tie this all together, because the truth is, stoplight habits tell the whole story about your riding. If you plant both feet flat, creep into intersections, zone out, slouch, or grab your phone, you're sending the message that you're just surviving the moment. You're not really riding. Pro riders flip that script. They treat every stoplight as an opportunity. Not wasted time, not a break, not a distraction, but a chance to sharpen their edge. Think of it like this: the stoplight is your dojo, your training ground. Every time you roll up to a red, you're either reinforcing sloppy habits or you're reinforcing confidence and control. Here's what that looks like in practice. Balance check. Hold steady with one foot down, rear brake engaged, smooth, centered, calm. Awareness reset. Scan mirrors, glance at cross traffic, size up vehicles around you. Stay in the game. Launch prep. Left foot planted, right foot on the brake, clutch at the friction zone. Ready to roll without a wobble. Presence. Eyes up, head on a swivel, posture engaged. You look sharp because you are sharp. The difference isn't flashy. It's not about pulling wheelies, revving loud, or looking cool. It's about subtle cues: controlled posture, steady balance, alert eyes that separate the rookies from the riders who command respect without even trying. And here's the mindset shift I want you to walk away with. Being a skilled motorcyclist isn't just about what happens when you're moving. It's about what happens when you're stopped. Because if you can handle the little, boring, easy moments with discipline and precision, you build the foundation for handling the hard, fast, and dangerous ones with skill. So next time you're sitting at a stoplight, don't think of it as dead time. Think of it as training time. Practice the habits that make you look pro, ride pro, and stay alive. Because the rider who treats every stop like it matters, that's the rider who gets home safe every ride, every day. It's not about perfection. It's about presence. And if you can master presence at a stoplight, the simplest, most routine part of riding, you can master presence everywhere else on the road. That's the trick. That's the challenge. And that's how rookies turn into pros. I'm Matthew. This is Autozium. And if you got value from this, hit that subscribe button and join the community. We've got new videos every week breaking down the mistakes, the myths, and the habits that make you a better rider. Stay safe, ride smart, and I'll see you in the next one.